Hello everyone, this is Sachin and in today's class we'll be creating an app that is shopping list app. So what does a shopping list app do? Shopping list app saves time while purchasing products either offline or online. It is super convenient as it will always be with you on any device, smartwatch too. Having a grocery list keeps you focused and productive when shopping. Without one, it's easy to forget essential items or overspend on things you forget to already have. Right? So rather than of writing shopping list to a paper, can we build a shopping list app? Yes, of course we can. A study shows that shopping list app helps you to reduce purchase during online shopping. So, therefore, in today's class, let's create or let's build a shopping list app with the help of a platform MIT App Inventor. So, let's get started. So to create a shopping list app, first we need to open the website App Inventor page, then we need to click on Create Apps option. As soon as we click on Create Apps option, it will redirect us to the App Inventor page. Now we need to go to projects menu and then we need to click on projects menu and then we need to click on start new project option, and here we need to provide the name of a project. Okay, so as we are creating a shopping list app, so here I am writing my project name as shopping list. So the app name is shopping list. The name of the app will display at the left top of the screen as shown here. Now, what are we going to do is, we are going to select one by one components from palette and will drag it to the viewer screen. So first, we are going to select a component that is vertical arrangements from layout. So scroll it down, go to layouts, and here we need to choose a component that is vertical arrangement and we need to drag it to the viewer screen. Okay, now what we need to do is, now we need to keep changing the properties of each component we select from the palette. So let's change the properties for the vertical arrangement. So first of all, let me change its height to fill parent. I just want to fill up the page. So here we do have the two options, one is automatic and the second option is fill parent. So I am selecting here the fill parent option. So what we have done is, we just have filled the height. Now what we need to do is, we need to fill the width as well. So go to width and select the fill parent option and click on OK. Now what we need to do is, now we need to add a background color as well for the vertical arrangement. So here let me select a color for my vertical arrangement page. Okay, I am selecting a color that is pink. Okay, and in the same way, let me change the align horizontal to center. So whenever I will be placing a component, the component will be placed at the center of the screen. Now go to user interface and choose a label. See, why this component is at center of screen is because we have changed the align horizontal to center. If this was left, the component will be placed at left. Each of the component, when you place each of the component inside a vertical arrangement, if this is left, the components will be placed at left center, so the components will be placed at center. So now what we need to do is, I want that each component should be placed at center of the screen. So this is label. Now we need to change the properties of label one by one. So first let me enable the font bold. Let me change the font size 14 to 20. You can change the font size as per your need. It's not mandatory that the font size should be as I am changing here. You can change the font size as per your need. So I am changing the font size from 14 to 20, and then width and height let be automatic. Scroll it down, change the message text for label 1, remove this message, and I am writing here as my shopping list. My shopping list. Okay, now let me add this to the center. Text alignment, change the text alignment to center. As well as we also can change the font typeface for our text. Let me change the font typeface to serif. It's serif. Okay. As soon as I change the font typeface, I think I need to change the font size as well. 25. Okay. So for sans serif, font size is 20. For font size 20 is good, but as soon as you change the font typeface, we also need to change the font size so that the text can look more attractive. Okay, now we need to choose a text box. Drag. Okay, now place the text box. Remember, each of the component will be placed at the center of the screen because we have changed the vertical arrangement align horizontal to center. So now we need to change the properties one by one for a text box. So let the font size be 14. Remove the hint and type here add items to your list. Add items to your list. Add item to your list. And then this hint will be at the left. So what we need to do is, see, add items to your list. This will be at the left. So what we need to do is, let's change the text alignment to center. If you want that your hint should appear at the center of the text box, so what we need to do is, we need to change the text alignment to center. Change the text alignment to center. And we also can add the text color. By default the text color is black, but we also can choose the text color for our text box. Now next, if you want to make fill parent, you also can change your text box width to fill parent. Okay, next choose a horizontal arrangement from layout. Choose a horizontal arrangement from layout and background to pink, so that this can mix with the background of vertical arrangement. So I am not choosing here different background for the horizontal arrangement. I am choosing the same background as of vertical arrangement. So horizontal arrangement background pink. Let the height be automatic. Change width to fill parent. Change width to fill parent. Now add a button. Go to user interface and add a button. Now what we need to do is next. Now we need to change the properties for our button 1. So let's change the properties for button now. So what we can do is we can choose a background color, or what else can we do is we also can customize our own color. By default we have 15 colors here, and if you want to choose our own color, we also can customize our color. So I'm choosing here cyan. Okay, then after what is let me enable font bold. Let me change the font size from 14 to 20. Okay, height and width let be automatic. And now scroll it down and change this text to add. Type here add, ADD add. Now change as the text alignment is already center. If you want that the text should be placed at left, so you can change left, center, right. We also can change the font type. Serif, I am changing the font type to serif. The same way, as soon as I change the font type, I also need to change the font size. 25. It's looking more good now. Now, what can we do is we can place this to the center. Okay. So for that, I want that this button should be at the center of this horizontal arrangement. So if you want to place this to the center of horizontal arrangement, we need to change the properties in horizontal arrangement. So change this horizontal line arrangement to center. Okay. If you want that this button should be at right, change horizontal arrangement properties, align horizontal to right. I want this to be in center, so this will be in center. Okay. Then after, what we need to do is, as soon as we start writing our item list here in the text box, we need a space so that all the items can be added here, right? So for that, what we need to do is we need to choose now list view, and here we need to choose the background color for our list view. I am doing the same. I am choosing the background color pink, so that it can match with vertical or horizontal arrangement. Okay. So now list view. Now okay. Now what list view will do is, whatever the items you will be adding in the text box, all the items will appear in the list view component. Now we need to add a tiny database, so that what this component will do is, this component will save your data in the database. Now this was all for the designing portion. Let's rename the button as add button, so that it can be easy for us while doing the block section. Add button. Now Let's go to the block section. So this is the block section. Now what we need to do is now we need to go to block section. Okay, now here what the motto of this app is that whenever I click the add button, the list should be added to the list view component, right? So we need to go to add button and choose a block. When add button click, do something. So this is added. When add button click, do something. Now what we need to do is we need to go to list. As soon as we click on add button, the list should be added to the list view, right? So we need to go to list and now we need to choose a block, add items to list. And here what we need to do is now here we need to get global, right? That this value. See, here we are getting the empty value. Here we are unable to find the global list value because we have to initialize the value first. For that we need to go to variables again, initialize global name. What you want to give your global name? As we are designing a shopping list app, so I want to give the global name as shopping list. So I will be writing here shopping list, LIST list, shopping list. Now as soon as we added this shopping list, as soon as we initialize this, now this will appear here, right? Now at beginning the shopping list will be empty, right? At beginning this will be empty. So at beginning initialize global shopping list to empty list. So at beginning there is no list here. As soon as we start writing our list in the text box, all will appear in the list view component. So now what we need to do is we need to add. We'll be adding all the list in the text box, right? So we'll go to text box and we'll choose a block, text box, and inside the text box we'll be writing text. Okay, then after all this text, we need to add the items, right? So text box 1 text, now put it here, text. So for adding each of the given items we need to choose a text box and this one, first for the empty and second for the list. So now we need to go to list view, and in a similar way we need to choose a block for the list view also. List view elements, whatever the elements you need to add, that will be added here, elements. And now what we need to do is we need to get this global list here, global list, empty to the global list. And now this first one is for what is this, that the things will be adding this in the text box, and all this text box, the products whatever we want to purchase either online or offline, we need to add this in the text box, and all the added list will be all this will appear in list view component, right? So we need to add one block for the text box 1 and one block for the list view 1. Now what we need to do is now we need to go to Tiny database so that all the list can be saved or stored there, right? So for that what we need to do is we need to store our added list items, we need a Tiny database. So here I am adding a block now for Tiny database. Now what Tiny database will do? The Tiny database will store all the list, right? This will store all the list here. So what we need to do is we need to type here list, list, and this list for what? List for shopping list, right? And we all have completed, we all have done creating the shopping list app. Now the time is to install this app. So how can we install the app? So to install the app, we need to go to build option, and inside build, the very first option we get Android app.apk. We need to click on this. As soon as we click on this, it will take some time, and the process bar will be shown here. As long as it taking processing, let me tell you about .apk file. APK stands for Android package, sometimes also known as Android package kit or Android application package. It's the file format that Android uses to distribute and install apps. Now here we'll be having the two options. Either we can download this APK file to a computer, or we can scan this using QR and barcode scanner app. For that we need to download this app to our Play Store. We need to download this app from the Play Store to our phone. So as soon as we get this here as Android app for, and then the name of your app, Android app for, the name of the app is shopping list, Android app for shopping list. Now I am going to scan this using the QR and barcode scanner app. Okay, now I have scanned this. Now let me show you my phone. Now I am installing this app to my device. Once this is installed, screen mirror, it's downloading. Now till that, let me connect my phone with the laptop. Okay, so this is the .apk file has been downloaded. Now I am going to install this app. Okay, so the shopping list app is being installed. So let me show you the app view. So here, this shopping list app has been installed in my phone here. Right, now add items to your list. Suppose whatever the products I want to purchase either online or offline, by having this app, it will not only save my time, will also save my money. Right, suppose I want to buy a shampoo, I will be adding this to my list, shampoo, then oil, biscuit, whatever the list, whatever we want to add this, we can add this to our shopping list app. Right, okay, so you also can try this grading app, or you also can modify whatever you want to your app as per your requirement. That's all for this video. Thank you.